Welcome to Healthy Life, the 16-week whole health beginner course. And I'm your host. They call me Ferdinand, the bringer of balance, leader of many disciplines, and your host. Or let's say you're an instructor. You're an instructor for Healthy Life. So we're on module 3 today. And today we're going to be focused on detoxification. We're going to go down this journey together. I told y'all, hand in hand, 16-week journey. All right, so let's go ahead and get our get our class up on the screen real quick, and then we will get started. Hope y'all are ready to take notes. Thank you very much to everybody who was here, who was tuning in and getting this knowledge. Hopefully, you're passing this knowledge on to friends and family, so that we all can grow together. So that the children can have healthy, a whole health type of lifestyle, and obviously the parents would have it as well if the children have it. All right, so we definitely want to start with our affirmation. I am the creator of my life. Excuse me. I am the creator of my life. I am healed. I am thankful for my body's biological processes working in full alignment with my spirit and mind. I love the challenges of life that help keep my holy trinity in consistent balance. My superconscious mind is relaxed. My subconscious mind is relaxed. My conscious mind is relaxed. My spirit is relaxed. My mind is relaxed. My body is relaxed. My brain is relaxed. My nervous system is relaxed. My endocrine system is relaxed. My circulation system is relaxed. My skeletal system is relaxed. My immune system is relaxed. The healing intelligence of my spirit, mind, and body is made manifest in every atom of my being. I activate the knowledge of the ancients. Open my Akashic record for all of the multiverse to see in a blinding ray of love and compassion. I activate my power within. I activate my awareness of the crystalline grid's infinite capacity and capabilities. I activate and accept the knowledge accessed. I experience and reflect. I manifest wisdom of the all that I am. Powerful affirmation there, y'all. So let's go ahead and move forward. We're going to be talking about detoxification. All right, so y'all, our first module, we focused on healing all disease. Now, detoxification is part of that process, okay? Fasting is part of that process. Keep in mind, we are focused on whole health. All right, we're focused on a holistic process to achieve whole health. All right, so there's many different systems out there, but we're going to focus on this one. And I would say that this is the most effective, in my personal opinion. This is the most sustainable process. When we walk the path of fasting, we walk the path of detoxification, we walk the path of revitalization. So with Root Tribes, this is one of the things that we do. We and this is a great time to talk about Root Tribes. So with Root Tribes, what we do with the 10-day detoxes is we start a client out on a gut cleanse, right? So this is the first 3 days. It's a 10-day detox. Second 3 days, we're going through a worms and parasite cleanse, right? So we're putting a little bit more into the cleanse. Last 4 days, we're focused on revitalization, rebuilding up those areas of the body that have been damaged, that have been compromised in some type of way. All right. So roottribes.com, go check it out. All right, now let's go to our lesson. The starting point. All right, the starting point is always for everyone who is beginning in the holistic health space. The starting point is to unlearn everything and learn the actual truth. There's some things that you've learned that probably is the truth, but all the things that you've learned that isn't the truth, you got to start from scratch to be able to weed those things out, figure out what they are, and then to move forward with the actual absolute truth with the way that you move. Alternate perspective on regress trauma. So in the first couple of modules, we've touched on perspective of self, belief of self within regress trauma. It has the strong capability for most of us. It works exactly like how I'm about to say. It kind of holds us hostage. It paralyzes our spiritual growth. All right. So if we'd like to achieve growth in that spiritual space, in that mental space, and then it would trickle down into the physical space, into the existential reality, then what we would have to do is take some time to do some shadow work within. And through the achieving, through the overcoming in that shadow work, we have healing. All right. Know thyself. It's a very important piece. If you're going to understand your purpose, if you're going to be able to walk in your purpose, if you're going to be able to walk by spirit, not by sight, you got to know thyself. It activates trust for thyself. It activates courage for thyself. It puts a person in a totally different situation of what they're able to see in their existential reality, what they're able to see within. When they can see with the eye of truth, it activates something totally different, right? So just keep that in mind. And, if you need any help, listen, hit the comments, send a message, go to roottribes.com and book a consultation so we can sit down one-on-one and we can talk about what's going on. All right. Now, if we're going to detoxify, we got to live in the reality that we probably got some toxins up in us, so these toxins are, they're part of the building blocks now that we have chosen to utilize in these building blocks. So let's look at the toxins like this. We've got, let's say this whole carbon-based cybernetic machine, and I think in the other modules I've said this before. Let's say that this is made of Legos. All right. Well, we know that Legos is made with a very specific type of material. Okay. So if the Legos break down, if we want to make some cool Lego stuff, we got to keep replenishing with Legos. Okay. Remember, carbon-based cybernetic machine. Okay. That's what this thing is. Okay. So the Legos will need to be carbon. Okay. Now, if you take that carbon-based cybernetic machine that's made of Legos and you say, all right, well, I don't got no extra Legos right now. I got some graham crackers. I got some saltine crackers. I'm gonna put those in place of the Legos. Feel sorry for you if they get wet. I feel sorry for if you put a little bit of weight on top of them. Them things crunching. They're gonna be all over the ground. This is let's say a metaphor or an analogy for how many people are living today, right? So we can get through that by understanding who we are, okay? And then we focus on this 10-day primer. Like I said, this is what's written there is minimum, right? And I mean that. It's a minimum of 10 days before you detox. If you haven't been eating holistic and healthy, this is what you need to do. Vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, fruits only, right? Nothing else. Right. If you're taking medicine, I would say that you will want to take maybe a lesser amount of medicine, right? Talk to your doctor, right? But at the same time, understand what you're dealing with in those hospitals. Okay. So this may require more faith. This may require taking a leap of faith. Okay. If you desire to have whole health and maybe you have not had whole health before ever in your life, this might be the biggest leap of faith ever, but I guarantee it's worth it. Okay. So vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, fruits. Okay. What we're focused on is boosting iron, bromide, zinc, phosphates, right? Minerals, right? We're focused on boosting minerals in the body, the true building blocks. Okay. Now, detoxification. The detoxification method that Dr. Sebi spoke about the most was the intracellular chelation, cleansing every cell while nourishing every cell simultaneously. Okay. And this is what we focus on with roottribes.com. All right. So what we have here for detoxification, it's a type of alternative holistic treatment which aims to rid the body of toxins, which are substances that have accumulated in the body and have undesirable short-term or long-term effects on individual health. Listen, what many people are dealing with today in science, what they call it is metabolic acidosis. Go look it up. Google it up. Metabolic acidosis. All right. So many people are dealing with such a high level of toxicity in their bodies because of the foods that they like to eat, the lifestyles that they live, the lack of water, the lack of sunlight. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on what these actual factors are that's helping the body to accumulate toxins, right? So sugar, salt, and certain types of flour, unfortunately, they're kind of at the top of the list. Alcohol, top of the list. Cigarettes, top of the list. So when we detoxify, we need to be thinking about these types of things, letting go of all of them. Obviously, we're letting them go for the detoxification process. However, detoxification, in my personal opinion, is meant as the start point of a new walk, new habits, new way of life for that person, right? So from that point, they're not only doing detoxification to have whole health, they're doing detoxification as the first step of maintaining whole health, right? Sustaining whole health, right? This is what my recommendations are, okay? Now, detox types. I have 2 types here that I recommend, okay? So water with capsules, I recommend that. Then there's some people who they don't like taking capsules. Maybe the capsules are too big. They have trouble swallowing them. That's okay. You could do a liquid cleanse of the exact same herbs, and you just don't got to swallow any pills, right? So these are the 2 methods of detoxification that I recommend. I would imagine that there are other holistic practitioners out there who may recommend others, but I recommend what our ancient ancestors did. Now, they didn't swallow no capsules. Our ancient ancestors more than likely made teas, or, out of laxative herbs, or they just ate them, right? What can happen during your detox? Well, you can have sleep issues. You can have temperature fluctuations. You can have cold and flu symptoms. You can have pains and aches. It's a number of different things that can happen. However, understand that we're mitigating as much of those effects by the 10-day primer, right? And in that 10-day primer, I would recommend that a person lives by the 6 keys of life: nutrition, water, sunlight, exercise, sleep, goals, right? So they're raising their vibration within these. This can help to minimize the effects of all of these different common symptoms that we see on the screen here, okay? Now, there's certain things we're not going to be able to get away from. Bowel movement changes is definitely going to happen during the detox, because what we're doing during the detox is we're focused on expelling the toxins primarily from the colon, the full gastrointestinal system, definitely from the liver, the gallbladder, the kidneys, all of that, right? And we got a little bit more about that down here as we scroll up. So, directions. Abstain from all food during the detoxification. Some people will still eat. I don't recommend it. You eat all year long. Most of us eat 2-3 times a day. I eat 1 meal a day. But some people eat 2-3 times a day, and that's your choice. During this detoxification period, since we're talking about, more than likely the bulk of people are going to, if they do detoxes, they're detoxing once, maybe twice a year. That's fine, right? But you're eating all the other days. So these days, don't eat anything. Might be the hardest thing ever to not eat for 10 days, but the benefits that you're going to get, I guarantee you're going to be thanking the stars. You'll be thanking whoever you call God for that ability that you got. Your eyesight will be clearer. Your thinking will be clearer. Brain fog will disappear. Your blood pressure will get better. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. It feels amazing once you complete them. While you're in the middle of them, they might be a little bit challenging every now and again. But yes, abstain from all food. I recommend abstaining from medicine as well, because it's a different type of nutrition. It's a certain type of nutrition, even though it's medicine. Okay. And let go of coffee, soda, juice, and whatever other drinks, right? Only water during a detoxification. Okay. What we're doing is we're cleansing the digestive tract. Why? Why are we cleansing the digestive tract? Because it's the only place in your body that ingests nutrients into the bloodstream. This is extremely important. Everybody out there who's tuning in, extremely important that we understand that in the intestinal tract, we have these things called villi, right? This is the like little suction cups, kind of like on an octopus's arm, right? So those suction cups are sucking in nutrients of the food that has come into the intestinal tract from the duodenum after the stomach has broken it down. And now the body has the opportunity to make use of these nutrients. Now, a lot of people, unfortunately, they have a lot of those villi blocked and they don't even know it. So what does it do? It starts to create an issue with energy. It starts to make it difficult to properly heal. It starts to make it difficult to properly sleep, makes it difficult to run, walk, to utilize energy for the things that help you to live your life the way you like to live. Well, that has a lot to do with villi being blocked. So when we cleanse the gastrointestinal tract, we're fixing that problem, or at least we're putting a dent in it. Let's say that. Right, because some people's problem in that space is a little more extreme than others. Okay, which isn't an issue. Everybody can have healing, right? I want everybody out there to know, everybody who's listening, you deserve healing. Okay, now if you achieve the healing, it's because you earned it. Doesn't change the reality that you deserve it. Everybody deserves it, but the only ones who can have it are the ones who earn it. Okay, just understand that. So we want to cleanse that digestive tract, so primarily so that we can really get those villi unblocked. See, unblocking the villi is going to open up something really special for the rest of the body that we need to cleanse. Keep in mind, we need to cleanse the gallbladder, we need to cleanse the kidney, we need to cleanse the lymphatics, we need to cleanse the skin, we need to cleanse the liver, we need to cleanse the gallbladder. Excuse me, the gut, the gastrointestinal system. We cleanse that one, and then these other ones are able to work more effectively and efficiently. Right? So keep that in mind about those villi staying unblocked. If you kind of notice your belly starting to protrude a little bit, it might be time for a detox kit, right? And this is because of the accumulation of food. And if there's accumulated food in that digestive tract, you got villi that's blocked, right? As soon as we unblock it, boom, energy goes through the roof, especially after the villi have properly healed. Okay, so these are all things that we want to keep in the back of our mind. Herbs. What kind of herbs can we use to detoxify? Cascara sagrada, rhubarb root, dock, yellow dock, all kinds of dock plants, right? Dock is a very bitter plant, right? Usually the bitters are the ones that are best for detoxification. So dock is a great one. Anybody who lives in Virginia, listen, dock grows all over Virginia, right? You can get as much dock as you want for free. And the best part about it is it's wild, right? So it's going to be nice and potent, especially if you pull it at the right time. So keep that in the back of your mind. Dock, okay? Senna, right? So senna is it seemed more mild to me in its effects than Cascara sagrada. Cascara sagrada is no joke. It's gonna help you get some things up out of you. Chaparral. Chaparral, one of the things I notice about it in my apothecary is whenever I have something magnetic that's really close to it, I mean, it'll literally the magnet of that thing will pick up the we grind our herbs into a powder. So like it'll pick up the powder, no spoon, no nothing. Just it'll magnetize, it'll connect to it, right? So chaparral is real good for helping you get heavy metals out of your body, right? So I highly recommend chaparral. Guaco, eucalyptus, mullein. Mullein is amazing for so many different things, right? I know we're not talking about survival, but mullein is great for toilet paper. Mullein is also great for antibacterial, antimicrobial purposes. Man, it's a number of different things. I make a healing serum that I have my children use in place of something like a Neosporin, and it works like a charm every single time. Great for getting rid of poison from a snake bite, scrape, cut, all these different types of things. So mullein has a lot of different great uses. Dandelion, great for gastrointestinal cleaning, right? And the dandelion grows in almost everybody's yard, right? In the height of the spring, you can go dig up some dandelion, and now you got some wild dandelion to use. A lot of people go and buy it from the store. If you choose to do that, hey, that's your business. Go do it. However, I recommend you just go out in your backyard and you dig up one of the biggest dandelions that you can find. Bring it inside, clean it off, then chop up the root, put it in whatever food that you eat. And you can put the dandelion leaves, you can put the flowers in your food as well. Chop it all up, put it in your food. You're going to have major health benefit because you're eating wild plants, right? Wild plants have the highest concentration, highest mineral concentration. They have the best ability to help you have medicinal effects that you desire. So we talked about cleansing the colon, right? And through utilizing these herbs that we see on the list here, we're going to boost our bile flow. We're going to boost our immune system operation. We're going to boost our ability to just flow, period, within the equilibrium of the human body, homeostasis, right? This is super important that we walk that path. And at the end of the day, these are big words: equilibrium, homeostasis. What do they mean? Balance. That's what they mean. They mean balance, having the proper balance. The centrifugal and the centripetal forces within your body, you want those within your mind, within your spirit, you want those in balance. All right. The pushing and the pulling of everything. You want it all in balance. And in that space is where wealth is. In that space is where all of the doors inside of my father's many mansions, they just swing wide open. You're able to go into any one of them whenever you want to. This is where that is, in balance. That is not only the key to whole health, that's also the key to the entire universe working the way that it does. Okay. So we got to cleanse that colon. We got to cleanse the skin, the liver, the gallbladder, the lymph glands, and the kidneys. Okay. Why? Because those are the ways that we cleanse the body. We cleanse the body with perspiration. We cleanse the body by pushing out urine. We cleanse the body by pushing out feces. We cleanse the body at times with vomit, spit, right? All of these things are pushing things out of the body in some kind of way, right? So we got to keep them clear and clean. The lymph glands got to stay clear and clean. All right. So we're nourishing the full body in addition to cleansing it simultaneously. So how Root Tribes does that is, in addition to these herbs that you see here on the list, Root Tribes also make sure that they have sea moss in most of the detox kits, as well as maybe bladderwrack, right? So with these, see, some of these herbs are dang near going to zap your energy. Well, that's just part of the price of cleansing yourself out. But we balance that out by putting in herbs or sea vegetables that will help us to get more of those minerals that we need. And what we know about sea moss or Irish moss is that it has 90 plus minerals out of the 100 plus that the human body requires. Okay. So detox time. How long should we detox? 7 to 14 days. Really, 1 to 3 months is good, right? 1 to 3 months is best of detoxing. Not necessarily using Cascara Sagrada for 1 to 3 months. No, there's stages in the longer detox, right? So we're just talking about a short detox right now, 7 to 14 days. So we will use Cascara Sagrada no longer than 7 to 14 days. Absolutely no longer than that. And then if you choose to use Cascara Sagrada again sometime soon, then what you do is you same thing with rhubarb root, same thing with Oregon grapefruit. You wait at least 30 days, 30 to 90 days, and then go ahead and use it again, right? Part of the reason why is because Cascara Sagrada is a very strong laxative herb, right? So if you use it longer than 2 or 3 weeks, then you might have trouble having a bowel movement after you stop, right? So we use some of these herbs. We use them sparingly, right? Small amounts of time, 7 to 14 days, perfect. A little bit longer with a kind of like a regiment with your detoxification. Then we still do 7 to 14 days, let's say, of Cascara Sagrada, but then the next phase we're doing something else and we're leaving Cascara Sagrada alone. Okay, so just keep those things in mind so that you don't have any issues with bowel movement issues. You know, because there's some people out there who will be like, all right, I want to keep myself clean all the time. So they might pop Cascara Sagrada pills every day, not really realizing that if you run out, you might have some days where you having trouble pushing feces out of you, right? So keep that in mind. So 6 keys of life. All right, we're gonna keep hammering this every week. Okay, water, sunlight, nutrition, exercise, sleep, goals. Goals is the glue. Okay, set some super high goals. Set your goals so far out there, so astronomical that you got to hit a whole nother galaxy to hit this goal, right? And if you fall short, which is okay, everybody falls short sometimes. If you fall short, you hit your head on Saturn. You hit your head on the moon, right? If you fell short because your goals were so big. Well, if your goals are that big, what's going to happen is you're going to realize that you need a massive amount of energy to achieve them goals. I'm telling y'all $1 billion secret right now. I hope you're listening. I hope you're taking notes. I'm giving you $1 billion secret. Okay. You set your goals really, really high. And then you actually put in the work and the effort to try to achieve them. Because as you do that, you're going to expose certain things about you that you're going to realize, I got to work on this. This right here, this ain't going to work for where I'm going and what I'm doing. Well, in that space, you work on it. You do the shadow work, right? But you're going to elevate how you eat. You're going to elevate the thing. And when I say elevate, I'm talking about vibration, right? You're going to elevate the vibration of the things you put in your mouth. You're going to elevate the vibration of things you put in your eyes, your ears, through the secretions of your skin, right? You're going to elevate those things. You're going to put high vibrational things inside of you, right? As a result of these goals being so high, and you know that you got to increase your energy. This is also going to put you in a position where you're going to sacrifice things that are not serving, right? Your whole life is going to change drastically for the good, right, of you, simply because you made a new goal, right? And you're committed. You're committed to achieving it. Okay, that's going to make all the other ones easy. So the drinking the water every day the way you need to, that's going to make it easy. It's going to make it easy to let go of coffee. It's going to make it easy to let go of Dr. Pepper and whatever other sodas or juices that just ain't serving. It's going to make it easy to let go of those because you got something else that you are pushing towards, that goal. Okay, sunlight. You want that goal. You need more sunlight. You need more power. You need more energy. You need to be charged up more. Take your shoes off while you're outside and get that sunlight. Maybe even do some exercise. This is going to help you have your proper blood flow. Exercise is not just so that you can exercise and you can look good and you can feel good. It also is about your proper blood flow. Super important. Okay. Sleep. If you want to repair yourself, if you want to keep yourself feeling and looking young on a daily basis, you've got to sleep. This is the only time where you're going to deep breathe for 6 to 8 hours. That deep breathing helps you to properly repair, especially if you drank a lot of water before you went to bed, because your brain is going to be using 30% of the water. So if you already know that you're going to be using a whole lot of the water in your body with your brain, you want to drink a lot before you go to bed. You want to sleep in complete darkness. Turn every light off. Turn the TV off, turn the phone over, turn the iPad over. You want to sleep in complete darkness. This is going to help you to activate the melatonin from your pineal gland, from your mitochondria and all your cells till it's full clip. That's what you want, okay? And you want to charge that melatonin up out in the sunlight, and you utilize it in the absence of light, okay? So your nutrition, let's go back to that for a second. We already talked about that quite a few times. Vegetables, nuts, seeds, legumes, fruit. Okay. But keep in mind that your nutrition is not just food. Okay. It's not just medicine. It's not just these things you put in your mouth. Your nutrition is what you put in here. Listen, turn that TV off. Are you showing a presentation that you have like your laptop plugged in and you have the TV on for that reason and you're showing off presentation? No, leave the TV on. Are you sitting there watching CNN? Turn it off. BET? Turn it off. Turn it off. It's a propaganda machine. It's leading you to spend money on things that aren't serving most of the time. It's not serving this everlasting life more abundantly that you're going after. It's not serving this temple of perfected man thing that you're going after. It's not serving that. It's not serving the accomplishment and the achievement of your dreams that you're going after. So if you already know this, which you do now, if you don't know, because I'm telling you, turn the TV off, put the phone down. Use those things as tools, not as much as entertainment devices. Each of these devices has a massive amount of power to give a message to the world of truth, harmony, peace. Are you utilizing it for that? If you don't know, then you probably aren't, right? Put those things down because they can be poison as nutrition for these and for these. And there definitely can be poison more often than not for this, for that eye. That's the eye that really matters, right? So we want to go ahead and understand that, I haven't, I didn't go over the abstain list, but yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about abstaining from things that aren't serving. Okay. So before we even get into the abstain list, add in the affirmation, speak it aloud day and night. All right. We got 3 episodes. I mean, not 3 episodes. We got 3 modules that have already, like, this is the 3rd module, and it's on, the whole thing is on the screen. Write it down, screenshot it, do whatever you need to do, but read it day and night. And it's going to activate some things within you. Understand the power of your cells. All right. I want to be very clear about this. Understand the power of your cells. You speak power to your cells, but you also speak hatred. You also speak slander. I can't wait. I don't want. You speak in lack and limitation to your cells and don't even realize the power of that. Don't realize the shackles that it's going to put on you. Change your language. I achieve. I desire. I complete. I am. So what does that do? Oh, that turns you into something different. You become a whole new monster, a whole nother animal. Shout out Chip in the building. Listen, you can have whole health if you put in the work. This work is not easy, but this work is worth it. Okay, so let's go into this decrease in abstain list. We already went over a couple things, so we're going to just quickly go over it. All right, eating multiple times a day, that's not serving. You might feel like it is. I guarantee it's not. It's not serving. Right? Minimize how many times a day you eat. It's going to help you a whole lot, right? Because your gastrointestinal system is not prepared to eat that many times a day. Keep in mind how evolution is supposed to work, right? Changes in diet would take hundreds of thousands of years minimum, if not millions. More than likely, it would take tens of millions of years. Changes in the way that we look would take hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years. So if we were a group of people who ate once a day, once every 2 or 3 days, and now we eat 3 times a day, the human body is not prepared for that level of change. And if a person was to eat like that every day, they would need to drink a whole lot of water to make sure that they're getting 3 full bowel movements a day. Every meal you eat, you need a bowel movement. So if you're eating 3 meals a day and you're not having 3 bowel movements a day, you need detoxification right now before you start manifesting different types of problems as a result of the weight gain that will turn into obesity if it is not handled, right? And there's no amount of exercise that's going to get this done, right? This is a process of sacrifice. Okay. And then we bring in the exercise and all the other pieces, and now we have a whole, Now we have a full circle approach. We call it the holistic approach. Okay. Now, medicine, minimize it. Minimize it to eliminate it. Replace your medicine with what grows from the earth. Understand that every medicine that's inside of those places called pharmacies that translate ultimately to sorcery. Go look it up if you don't believe me. Pharmacy, sorcery, that's one. Okay. Those medicines that they're getting out of there, every single one of them, all of those medicines have a plant extract. That's the only way they can work. They won't work without a plant extract. So if you know this, that they won't work without a plant extract, then figure out what the extract is and just go get the plant. See, when you get the plant, what happens is you get all of the building blocks of that plant. You don't just get an extract, just a piece of the plant. You get all of the other pieces that build up that extract, hold that extract up, and then you get all the pieces that the extract is holding up. Full circle, holistic. You're a whole being. You need whole food. You need a whole process so that you can be who you are in full authenticity. Anything considered toxic, let it go. Using lotion, that's toxic. Let it go. Let go of the toxic stuff. It's not serving. You got the smell goods in the wall in your house, let them go. They're not serving anything. They're just gratifying emotions while you're sniffing in poison. You're not even realizing that those little smell good things are literally chemical warfare that has been put upon you, waged upon you, and got you to purchase it. You paid for it. You paid for something that will kill you. Not fast, kill you slow. However, the killing you slow is just slow enough so they can get 40 years of labor out of you. Listen, let go of the things that ain't serving. Okay. The 3 white poisons. We go over these all the time. Sugar, salt, and flour, especially the flour that we call enriched wheat flour. Let that stuff go. That stuff is not good for you at all. As soon as that enriched flour comes up inside of you, next thing you know, you got a sugar spike. You got all kinds of problems. Well, why? Because you didn't really understand what you were eating. You just like the taste of it, right? Listen, don't let the tongue be the governor of this vessel. Don't allow that. Allow your spirit to be the conductor of this vessel. That requires submission and obedience. That requires maturity, accountability, responsibility, humility, and sacrifice. Love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, compassion, and empathy for self. Alcohol, minimize it. You don't gotta let it go. You can drink some wine, maybe even you have a shot every now and again, but minimize that. Don't drink alcohol every single day unless you're drinking like a glass of wine, maybe some red wine, small amount. You might be drinking 1 glass a day. That could actually do you pretty good in health, right? But 1800 Crown Royal bourbon, not every day. Don't do that. Let that go. Juice, soda, flavored beverages, coffee, listen, let that stuff go. Ain't none of that stuff serving you anything except a quick jolt of energy that's fake. You want some real energy? Go cut up a bunch of limes, get you a big old jug of water, put the limes in the jug of water, right? Drink that water every day. You have massive amounts of energy first thing in the AM. You have real energy. You'll be rebuilding yourself with that type of water. Meat, listen, let it go. Let it go. Chicken, beef, don't even eat that. If you're gonna eat some meat, stick with some wild fish. Make sure you know the fishermen. But I would let all of that go. And then the last thing on our decrease or abstain list is sitting. Many of us sit too much. It's not a problem to sit. You can sit on your chair. But get up every hour. Jump, right? Jump 10 times when you get up. Do 10 push-ups. Swing your arms up and down. Just do something to get your body moving. And this is what's going to get your blood flow moving. Your blood only flows optimally while you're in movement, right? So sitting too long is just as bad as you eating too much sugar. Sitting too long is just as bad as you breathing in chemtrails all day long. I mean, sitting is a problem. It is its own disease. Now, that's the class, y'all. We got homework. I hope y'all ready. All right. So for our homework, we're going to choose our third of the 6 keys of life, and we're going to increase our exposure. We're going to increase our vibration to that area. All right. Remember, I'm going to say it again. We're going to choose our third of the 6 keys of life, and we're going to increase our exposure. So you probably already did nutrition, hopefully. You probably already did sunlight, hopefully. Right. And if you've done those two already, then you got to do water next, or you got to do exercise next, or you got to do sleep next. Right. You got to figure out one of them. Maybe you already did goals. Well, now you need to do, maybe you did goals and maybe you did sleep. All right. So now you need to do now you need to do nutrition. You need to do water. Or whichever ones that you haven't done, pick of those, and that's your third one. Okay. The next one, choose at least one more thing on the decrease/abstain list and minimize to eliminate. Listen, we are focused on elimination. I want to be very clear. We're focused on elimination. However, it's best for us to minimize our exposure, right? We want to take bite-sized steps, because if we just eliminate alcohol, that could cause all kinds of problems. If we just eliminate sugar, that might cause all kinds of problems. If we just eliminate medicine, that might cause all kinds of problems. So we abstain. We just make small jumps down the ladder, right? So let's say the ladder is right here, right? So now we're just making a step down, step down, step down. Eventually, we're going to be on the floor, which is where we want to be, right? We want to be grounded, okay? So if anybody's got any questions, feel free to hit the comments. You can always go to roottribes.com. You can book me for a one-on-one consultation. We call that a wellness check. That's on our services on Root Tribes. Yeah, I hope everybody out there takes the time to detoxify. Maybe 2-3 times a year. You don't got to do it a whole lot. Is if you're not accumulating toxins, then you don't really need to detoxify, right? So this is the part of the reason why we decrease and abstain. We have that list so that we can not put in so much toxins, right? One of our goals is to get as far away from metabolic acidosis. And one of the best ways for us to do that, grow our own food. Live holistically, live healthy, live as our ancient ancestors. Honor thy father and thy mother, for thy days to be long upon the earth land, which the Lord thy God has given thee, right? We want to honor our foremothers and our forefathers so that our days can be long upon the earth. And how we achieve this is by living as they lived, okay? That is the class, y'all. Let's go ahead and go into our affirmation. I am the creator of my life. I am healed. I am thankful for my body's biological processes working in full alignment with my spirit and mind. I love the challenges of life that help keep my holy trinity in consistent balance. My superconscious mind is relaxed. My subconscious mind is relaxed. My conscious mind is relaxed. My spirit is relaxed. My mind is relaxed. My body is relaxed. My brain is relaxed. My nervous system is relaxed. My endocrine system is relaxed. My circulation system is relaxed. My skeletal system is relaxed. My immune system is relaxed. The healing intelligence of my spirit, mind, and body is made manifest in every atom of my being. I activate the knowledge of the ancients, open my Akashic record for all of the multiverse to see in a blinding ray of love and compassion. I activate my power within. I activate my awareness of the crystalline grid's infinite capacity and capabilities. I activate and accept the knowledge accessed. I experience and reflect. I manifest wisdom of the all that I am. Listen, y'all, everybody deserves whole health. Everyone, all of us out here deserve whole health. Let's go ahead as parents and let's develop whole health within ourselves. Let's exhibit a demonstration that gives our children a whole health demonstration. See, our children are going to become what we are, not what we tell them. So if we know that our children are going to become what we are in the energies that we put out to the world, let's put out righteousness. Let's put out truth. Let's put out compassion. Let's put out empathy. Let's put out justice. Let's put out prudence. Let's put out temperance. Let's put out benevolence. Every single one of us has this capability. We don't need to ask permission. We don't need someone to lead us. We all are leaders. And we activate those leadership abilities at the highest clip in whole health, which could be likened to the path of purity. So I want to say peace to everybody out there. Y'all be blessed and expose your gift.